Hello my good people, my name is Damaris Bindio. Welcome to the Nyali Daily. I am delighted and honored today to host one of the best gentlemen there is on earth. He's quite the best actually, when I mean that. He has helped a lot of people, and today I've yearned so much to meet him, and I thank God for the golden opportunities I've got right now, and I will let him introduce himself.
Vile vile Alpha Nelson Hope Foundation pale ambapo itaweza itasimama na nyinyi. Ben, jamii hii ya Moroto, tafadhali wakuchagulie wanafunzi 6 ambao tutasimama nao ili tuweze kuwalipia fee ya hii tamu. Tumenunulia familia ambao kivyetu tulikuwa naona wamepungukiwa kidogo, tumeweza kuwanunulia vyakula katika iftari yao. Lakini pia tunaomba msaidiane na wazee, vijana wenu wasipate shida katika jitihadi zao. Ni sawa kina mama? Mama nakupenda, mama kipenzi changu. Hakuna mtu muhimu kwenye dunia hii pasipo mama. Mama ndo kila kitu, mama ndo dunia. Mama nakupenda, tafadhali nahitaji maombi yako mama.
A lot of people know you. A lot of people have heard your name. Others haven't heard your name. So to someone who is new listening to you today, can you give a brief description of who is Alpha Nelson?
Thank you. Alpha Nelson is a father, is a son, and comes from Nyali, sub-county. I am married to a beautiful lady from Taita. I have 2 children, one being a son and a girl. Alpha Nelson is also a professional, a young man with a wealth of managerial experience over 10 years, but also I learned in Kenyatta University, where I have a degree in economics and finance. I also have masters in public policy and administration in the same institution. So generally, it's a working process.
I guess those who haven't heard your name today can have a brief description of yourself, and thank you for having a master's degree. It's high time you have a PhD, I think so.
Thank you.
Nice. So why choose hope? There are a lot of words which can be used. There is love, there is peace. Why choose hope?
The word hope in my foundation was precipitated by the need to restore ability amongst the society who are in desperation. Back at home, and when I say home, I mean Nyali, we have a class of individuals who are despairing due to social status. And as a result of that, there was a need to build a dependable tomorrow. As a result of that, we saw the need to come up with this foundation to reassure people that everything is possible and tomorrow will be promised to you.
That's so beautiful, Mr. Alpha. So on to the next question. Can you give us a synopsis of your affiliation, how it works, how it runs, everything from the structure, thematic areas, all of them?
Alpha Nelson Hope Foundation was a foundation that was formed in the year 2023, actually the beginning of the year. It was formed having had a gap within the society, and it was formed by the youthful individuals within the society with the aim of poverty elevation or eradication. As a result of that, we formed the foundation and created a structure that is grassroots in nature. Alpha Nelson Hope Foundation has a composition of individuals from its own organization that comes from each and every ward. We call them coordinators. So the structure has been created in a manner that there's a representation within the whole constituency. It has got 3 thematic areas: education, business, and poverty, and security. And all these thematic areas aims at the general good, that is poverty alleviation. We want to fight poverty alleviation within our society using education. We want to fight poverty alleviation within Nyali using business. And we want to fight poverty alleviation within Nyali using security. We believe that if you educate a child, you educate a society. Actually, the future of tomorrow within any society is embedded in its children. And education is the only future that children can cling on. As a result of that, we believe that we can use this foundation to reassure education within our community. Secondly, we want to ensure that we instill business culture within our society so that we can also solve the employment menace that is creeping the whole country. As a result of that, we have come up with ideas to put youths, put women, to put the elderly into groups so that they can come up with several ideas that can make them busy. And as a result of that, they can create livelihood out of those activities. Thirdly, security. We believe as young men within this society that a secured society is an assured society. We want a society that is assured of its destiny. As a result of that, the foundation is working tirelessly to partner with the necessary departments so that our society is secured. So the foundation is embedded in those three thematic areas that will ensure that at least we achieve what we call poverty alleviation, especially at the grassroots level.
Thank you. That's quite interesting, Mr. Alfayo. On to the next question. There are different organizations in Mombasa, as also Nyali. Why do you feel yours is quite different from the rest?
The uniqueness in Alfayo Nelson Hope Foundation is loud. One, it's because the composition and the structure within the foundation has been taken over by its own people. The people that drives the foundation are the people born and who are bred within Nyali. So they understand the challenges that are facing the environment. As a result of that, they can now best drive the whole board. So that brings the uniqueness within the foundation.
That's so beautiful. I want to ask you a personal question, and I believe in inspiration. There's that one person you believe that once you follow them as your mentor, they're going to make you feel, or they're going to make you reach at a certain level. So who inspires you?
Inspires you?
What
is inspiration?
I get you.
Yes.
I've got you. Inspiration to me, it's I would say ambiguous because there are a lot of things that can inspire, especially somebody who is exposed as my caliber. And I would want now to categorize it into three. And these are the things that usually bombard me when I'm alone. I try to see who exactly can fit in the list, because having experienced a lot of things and being exposed to that extent, I believe that I've met a lot of people that really matter to my life. But in a nutshell, I would categorize them into three. There is somebody who inspires me at a personal level, but at a family level. There is somebody who inspires me academically, and there's somebody who inspires me leadership-wise. At a personal level, I give it to my parents, especially my mom. My mom has taken us a lot. And to repeat it, inspiration to me, anything that inspires me is anything that is driven from the humble beginning. That is where I derive my inspiration. As a result of that, I say my mom inspires me because I've seen my mom grows from nothing. I've literally seen an African woman who struggled from nothing to where we are today. Actually, I'm a semblance of her hard work. That is number one. Number two is academically. I want to see somebody who came from a hard rock to the seas, and we can speak about them today. That is Professor Nyali. Professor Nyali, in his story, he pictures somebody who struggles out of a shell. And Nyamu told us that there's a time he even gave out his academic time for his elder brother so that he can sit back at home as a result of poverty. And that the father used to work at Maseno. That inspires a lot, that despite the challenges that can affect even at a personal level, you would still hold the zeal and the hard work to ensure that you achieve your goal. So academically, I give it to him despite many people in the list. At a leadership level, I would want to talk about Barack Obama. Going through the story of Obama as a leader, you see somebody whose beginning is hopeless. Ideally, if you take a story of Barack Obama, you'd see no success. There is no light at the end of it all. And where the darkness meets the light is not visible at the end of the day. So Barack Obama is a great inspiration to me. And it makes me believe that however my society is still in darkness and is still crippling with the necessities, I believe we can always reach where we are. So those are the three people that really inspire me.
That's so interesting. So now I want to talk about the youth. Actually, I'm one of them. And in Coast Region, there's been a lot of drug abuse, and a lot of youths are using drugs, of which it has made them now feel quite bad. They've engaged themselves into bad things and even crime. You find others are also infected with HIV, STIs, all those problems. And I feel like it's a point where we need now someone to step up for us and make us also reach at a certain level. So how is the organization doing about it?
Thanks a lot. When we talk about the youth, we talk about the center of my heart. The foundation is working overnight to ensure that, first of all, the society understands what it means by the journey that we want to take. And part of it is we believe that this journey will not only go far, but it will reach the objective if the youths are part of it. Now, drug menace is a huge component to our destruction within our society. As a foundation, we are using mentoring to ensure that the youths understand the need to come out of whatever the menace it is. First of all, there is what in medical terms they call it, actually I would say we walk them through the journey of reform. Okay? So the foundation has started an initiative to walk the culprits within the journey of reforming so that we can have as much as possible success rate within the youths. If we make the youths useful, we make the society useful. But secondly, after making them walk through that journey of reforming, what do you have for them? Because a lot of people don't give solution to youths. You've walked them through the society, through the journey of reforming, then they remain in the streets again, then they fall back to the whole thing. So the foundation has also come up with the business initiatives to put these youths together so that they can involve themselves in business activities that can make them busy. These activities, we believe, is if practiced in honesty and with a lot of seriousness, and if other leaders can also join hands to empower these kind of initiatives, we believe we can go far. So as a start, the foundation has started the process of walking them through reforming. Just recently here, we financed or supported a reforming initiative at Ziwa la Ng'ombe that saw a group of youths celebrating their anniversary, the second year anniversary. Our aim of doing that is to tell the youths that if you succeed in reforming, the society can embrace you and can make you a star. So the Alfred Nelson Hope Foundation funded that anniversary so as it to be a lesson and also a signal to the youths, but also to other stakeholders that this is possible. Secondly, these groups that we supported, we've promised them that in January, we are going to put them into groups so that they can start business initiative. This has a reduction of idleness within the society. If youths are not idle, we are going to cure insecurity and we are also going to cure the drug menace you're talking about.
Thank you.
I guess every youth listening out there now knows how it's supposed to be done. And also, I guess you have to also holler me and come in. Okay, that's quite nice. Now let's on to the next question. I want us to talk about the girl child. The girl child has been neglected so much. Girl child has been left out in so many issues. And I guess it's time now she's foreseen, and so that she can be able to stand up and raise and her voice to be heard. How is she incorporated in your organization?
One of the things that we aspire is to create an equitable society. The direct meaning of equity might mean 50-50, but there are other indirect meaning of equity. Okay? So, first, we are practicing equity in terms of our aim to ensure the girl child is also absorbed in productive spaces within the society. One, the structure of our foundation. This foundation has been created in a way that it is not only composed by the male counterparts. We have leadership given to the girl child. We have wards that are led by the girl child to ensure that girl child also gets the space and the voice within our foundation. That is number one. Number two, we have girl child friendly activities that we are doing to ensure that at least the girl child is also embraced within the society. We are partnering with the like-minded institutions to ensure that we do as much as possible. We bring sanitary pads, okay, to the society, to our society. Bring the girl child, the younger girl child, who are now starting to be introduced to the menstrual cycle. We bring them to a hall. We invite the mentors, people who can talk to them, because we've realized also that they have stigma even at school. A girl child has started experiencing a menstrual cycle, but they are not able to speak it. So we want to create courage within the girl child mentality. So we start by encouraging them and mentoring them. Secondly, we provide them with sanitary pads, and this is a project that we've made it a habit, and we want to encourage it throughout so that this kind of category are not left behind. And we've also realized that some of them are stigmatized, not only because they fear speaking, but also because they are poor and they are not able to afford. So as a foundation, we are working tirelessly to ensure that sanitary pads are affordable at those levels. Secondly, we are trying to tell the girl child that despite any challenge that they get, education is the cure to the future. Because within our society, we've realized that we have very bright girl child, but they're distracted by early pregnancy, early marriages, and everything. So when a girl is pregnant, they are deemed done. So the society again is advocating for going back to school so that the girl child can reinvent in education, so that we have as many as possible leaders of tomorrow in our society. So we are mentoring them, we are telling them to go back to school, and we are talking to the teachers at school level that when the reports are out, we want to see as many girls as boys that are performing well within the society. So we want also to use education as a factor to assist girl child.
Okay.
It's quite beautiful. I guess I'm also a girl, so it's no difference. Also, I can also refer someone. Yes. Yes. Thank you. So, what's your relationship with Team Girl?
Team Girl. Team Girl. When you talk of Team Girl, you are talking of an administrative structure at home, a very important structure that, if used accurately or appropriately, then the society can go very far. In the inauguration of the new constitution, Team Girl structure was not factored. Despite creation of county government, despite creation of other structures, they were not structured. But the national government still insisted that these people have to be there. They are very important. As a youth who aspire for a progressive society, as a youth who cares so much about tomorrow and not today, I feel we can make good use of that structure. And my affiliation with Ngao is to create a bridge between Ngao and the youthful group within our society for productiveness. What I mean is this. Through our research, we've realized that there's a gap within these two categories. The gap has been infiltrated either because they've been intoxicated, that maybe Ngaos are enemies or something else. Also, maybe there are a lot of misinformation being given by Ngao about the youth. So we feel that these are two categories that they don't know each other at all. So Alfayo is coming as a bridge between Ngao and the youth to tell them, please, only your unity can make either of you go forward. Remember, Ngao has targets. There are periodic targets given by their bosses. They cannot achieve it without the cooperations of these youths. Remember, the youths also need Ngao for the environment to be constructive, for them to get employment, and for security to be at par. So I'm coming in as a savior to create a bridge to ensure there's an harmonious interaction between Ngao and the youths of today within Nyali sub-county.
Then cooperation makes well, and that is going to help. Now, this is the last question, the last but not the least. It's the first week and the second day of 2024. Yesterday I'd say it was first and people celebrated a lot. Everyone was happy, but others also, I'd say they were in a quite different environment. I want to ask you, what signature do you have for this year?
First of all, we want to take this honorable juncture to give gratitude to the Almighty God for having brought us this far. Indeed, it is only through God's ability that we can come this far within a very short time. In economics, we call that efficiency, ability to achieve a lot within a very short span of time. Secondly, having accomplished so, it means we have to now do follow-up to know how far our efforts have reached. So part of our plans this year is to ensure all our projects that we put in place will have impact. And the only way you can establish impact is through follow-up. We go to the field, we monitor, and we see which areas that we did right, which areas that we did wrong. Indeed, only a fool can change. So wherever we find that we need some alteration as an institution, we will sit down and revise. Wherever we've seen that we need to push, we will work so hard to ensure that we push it for the better of our society. After doing follow-up and to ensure that our projects like the Mama Mboga group work, the youth group work, the Wazee group work, having accomplished and see that they are in the right direction, we will now initiate new projects in that line. From the fieldwork and the follow-up, we are likely to introduce the same type of group works where it works. Where it doesn't work, we will have to change strategy. But the overall goal is to do things at another level this year. This year has to be different from the previous year. That's the only way we will experience growth. And we believe that several growths in several sectors will, at the end of it all, give us development. Because growth is a factor of development. So this year is experimental in a way to ensure that we do follow up, but at the end of it all, we also change our strategy for the better.
Okay, may God protect you all. It's not going to be an easy journey. It's going to be a tough road. Any final remarks, Mr. Alfayo?
First of all, I have to appreciate you for your time. What I want to assure our people is that we are going to have a different year. And our aspiration, our determination to have a change for the better in our society is not questionable. We are going to work so hard to ensure that the need to have visionary leadership is achieved, we are going to ensure that the need to change the mentality that we have to wait to be helped is achieved. We have to have a society that is ready to run. And we want to change mentality within our society that leaders don't have to sit and wait for resources to be brought. We want explorative leadership. We want creative leadership, that you can be able to knock several doors to help your people, so that upon inefficiencies or failures within the government, we don't have to wait for our people to perish, that the government has not disbursed money. We have in ourselves to be creative, to use necessary skills and resources that are given to us by God to make ourselves habitable. And remember, brain is also a resource. So we are going to employ brain this year. Thank you.
There you've heard it from the man himself, the visionary legend Alfayo Nelson. It has been quite an interesting and interactive session. From me, Damaris Bindio, the Nyali Daily. Till we meet again. Happy New Year 2024.